on, it's just not having any of it. And it seems we're in a heavyweight slugfest now. We're just going to swing and press all of the buttons.
Oh, what a sidestep right there. Unfortunately, not going to be able to get the critical edge after the big launch on the lethal hit. But, oh, right back at you, says Mindwolf, getting a lethal hit of their own. Going to go for their own critical edge. The extension.
Yeah, and catches the roll away. Just going to sweep the leg right quick. Nothing there. Mindwolf definitely outclassing Axelon here in the early sequences. But heavy offense, you know, maybe you can chain the right amount of attacks and just, I don't know, get a ring out or something. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen. Before you can even finish the sentence, Mindwolf is like, all right, I got this. This is getting out of control. I don't want to be here. Let's just get it over with.
All right, so 2 very quick games so far here for Mindwolf.
Correct.
Axelon is going to have to definitely dig deep right now and rethink something, because they're going to have to win 3 games straight just to be able to advance this. And remember, single elimination bracket, this could just be the end of the tournament right now. You're talking about spectator mode. We might see it pretty quick.
Also, if you are just joining us, the entire bracket here for the August finale on the NA side is to be 3 out of 5 sets. So, with that being said, naturally, our guy would be done, but Mindwolf has to try to close this out in an additional game as he wants to evade both connections and potential comebacks as swiftly as possible.
So boat stage right here. It's probably the biggest stage in terms of length, meaning it allows for runaway, but I mean, they've both been in each other's face at this point with their sledge coming out.
Deal.
Oh, the horizontal's going to hit.
Going up top, unfortunately, the Oki was not on point, pressing a button, allowing Killy to get up successfully and go back on the offense. Here's the knockdown. Watch your legs. A little toe tap just to play what you were playing dangerously close to the edge. We all know how quick a ring out could show up. And again, Mindwolf in the mind of the commentary here. He just knows when it's time to eliminate his opponent.
Yeah, so that move is actually an attack throw, meaning you can, oh my god, I couldn't.
Yeah, so,
I didn't have time, KB.
About that, yeah, nice sentence you got there, buddy. You want to try again?
I don't. Mindwolf can let it speak for himself. He's pretty much just finding every single avenue right now to just be able to push the opponent as close to the ledge as possible and then just capitalize, whether it be like, okay, if you step wrong, I'm going to ring you out, and if you step right, I'm still going to put you, like, put the damage on you, so...
Okay. This should be a rough punish, absolutely. Even though Axelon's been outclassed here, I mean, we're talking one bar in a dream here. There's going to be enough damage, put him into, like, a danger mode. And this could be, you know, one mix-up sequence. Grow is pretty sick when it comes to it, but just going to swing all around. It does it again for good measure, just in case you didn't catch it the first time. That is going to be a 3-0 in favor of our guy. Mine, just let him go. Please be nice. You know, your opponent, all of this, just let him live. Let them breathe. You are advancing and one step closer to the $400. If that isn't reminiscent of EU's earlier domination, where we saw a bunch of 0-win brackets across the entirety of the tournament, we're definitely in for another speed run style edition, because my man's just got smoked. Let me just call it what it is. He got bodied.
Unfortunately, for them, Mindwolf is a bit too strong in that point, and I mean, that's just how it is, you know. Sometimes you fight the cream of the crop, and this is just how it be, realistically. Mindwolf again played amazingly, just met the girl at every avenue, right? Was able to capitalize off of pretty much every single situation possible. Got the ring out, and I think it was almost every time he was at the ledge, he found a way to make the ring out happen, right? Like, got the attack throw there, which, by the way, you can tech. It is a throw, but you gotta, you know that they're going for that throw, right?
Yeah, just unfortunate situation there. I mean, finally got one of those CEs to connect, but it's just too little, far too late. An insurmountable lead there. There's no way he was bringing that back. However, Mindwolf, no surprise there. Mindwolf was the winner of the first week of August, so definitely proving that he has what it takes to win and showing you that he's still as clean as he was back on August 6th. Now, our next match, as we take a look back at the bracket here, it's going to be Ryan V100 going up against Divine Beast J. Now, we touched on how Soulcalibur actually had 4 different winners for each week of the month. Well, this is going to be one of our second. Ryan V100 took the third week, right, on August 20th, and just in total dominating fashion. Same thing. Will he dissect his opponent the way we saw Mind a Wolf go, or is he a bit more, you know, just get the job done, not as flashy? I'm scared, honestly. I just don't want to be mean. I'm just so scared because people are dropping like flies, and even though it's 3 out of 5, the massacre we just saw, if that is setting the tone, then I'm just gonna hide the kids and hide the wife, because
what's really interesting about this matchup in particular is if you go back to the scores for the week that these two both played in, actually that was on August 13th. It was fairly similar, actually. Divine Beast J and Ryan V100 had a very similar score, which was interesting because the next week right after that, there was no Divine Beast J, and then Ryan V100 took the whole thing. So an immediate improvement, right? Like it's kind of scary to think about how much stronger somebody would be a week later. But we didn't get to see what Divine Beast J might have brought that week, right?
I mean, it's the nature of the beast, right? It's a single elimination tournament. You just get outplayed, or somebody's got the best of you, or, you know, it's Soulcalibur. It's possible you, I don't know, slipped and fell off the stage by mistake. Totally wasn't your fault. And you just got to keep coming back. It's all about resolve as a fighting game player, and truly, the only way to get better is to take those losses and get over those mental hurdles, because again, with enough practice and dedication, everybody can do the combos, everyone can have the knowledge. It's just a matter of how you keep it together up top. But I don't keep it together much with 2Bs on the screen after playing Nier and just falling in love with it. I'm for 2B everything. If you want to add A2, go right ahead. If that means taking somebody off the roster, you know, let's say, you know, Zaz, it's all good.
Why you gotta be like that? How did I know you were gonna say that? How did I know you were gonna say? I knew exactly what you were gonna say. Game number one right here.
Zaz is super cool. All right, Pod's gonna drop us in the battle as we prepare to get things going, and I really like watching this character here. Like, Sophie is your standard, like, you can play super neutral with her and just be solid. And I love gameplay like that as we get the unblockable and glorious 16 FPS. It was wonderful. Still landed, though.
Yeah, Ari, pretty impressive start for both players. They were able to get, like, some big damage. Okay, rolls out of the setup. Yeah, tried to get the punish, but maybe a little bit too slow. First ledge comes out. No, gets bodied.
It's okay, and rolling almost fully around Sophie, yet not enough to, you know, pick up anything. It didn't seem like there was any strategy there, except for get away from the corner with low health, right? From long range, coming from downtown, 2B from the three-point line, gets that shot, gets a start this time. And Divine Beast, okay, very slow, but as we know, 2B kind of just does her own thing, just out of range for that reversal edge as well.
Yeah, you might call some of the things that Ryan are doing are very slow, but this character, oh my god, 2 unblockables. I mean, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Continue to do it. And this character is normally about, like, making your opponent pick the wrong option and then punishing them heavily. But at this point, Ryan V is just going in, doing it all. Okay, summoning lightning. Shoutouts to Zeus.
In trouble right now. Yeah. Yeah, there's no way you're going to sidestep a God's power. It just doesn't work that way. So 2B is going to go down here. I mean, it doesn't seem as fast as you would like it, but Ryan V is in full control. There's no question who's in the driver's seat as to continue the onslaught there. Nice little lead here to open things up. Getting some basic hits, nothing wrong there, keeping it safe. Oh, watch your legs.
Unblockable.
Oh my god, what?
Yeah, it looks like Divine Beast J doesn't understand how to get away from it. So, I mean, Ryan V is just going to take advantage of that completely, right? Like, hey, if your opponent's not showing them the option of how to stop you from doing that sort of thing, why not continue to do it, right? Oh, that's going to finish it off right there for the first game.
The AoE. Very unfortunate circumstance. He was able to sidestep that unblockable, but didn't understand that they were still in the radius and got caught, you know, stand guarding. So got hit in the stun. A little wobble there, never hurt anybody. Follow-up mix-ups. That was just curtains. Maybe there's a theme. Maybe NA's theme team is going to continue what the EU did, and these early rounds are going to be pure domination.
Yeah, all of EU's matches for the very beginning, if you guys weren't there to watch it, were pretty much just 2-0s. There was maybe there was a single 2-1.
There was one.
A single 2-1.
That's it.
But it was 2-0s, and then once we finally got to the nitty-gritty of the bracket, that's when things started becoming close and real difficult. But I mean, you know, who's to say that Divine Beast J doesn't start to figure out, like, okay, I was getting hit by the unblockable. I think I know how to stop this. You know, I can hit her out of the air before it charges up. Or anything like that, right?
I don't know, man.
Who's to say that it won't happen?
That's some of the highest unblockable percentage hits that I've seen in my time watching this game. I personally would be shook. I'm shook for him, but I don't know. The screen goes dark, the fire comes out. You gotta react, baby. There's no other way to put it.
Yeah, all right, so game number 2, let's see if that reaction does show up, or maybe even Divine Beast J might be able to surmount an offense that doesn't allow for Ryan V to go for unblockables anymore. We'll see.
All right, just rolling, sidestepping until eventually deciding to shoot, but Divine Beast can certainly hit the combos on cue, flirting with the wall, but it's going to play it safe. Oh my god, nice bait. Follow up. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, the aggression shift into the projectile is really strong, not only for just being able to hit him hard, but being able to get away from any option that would beat aggression shift. Like that, like reversal edge. That has been a stapled idea versus her aggression shift stance for a very long time now. It's not as strong as it used to be, but it's, I mean, hey, like, until somebody shows that they're going to stop you from doing it, why not?
I mean, we're talking to a man who's let 5 unblockables rock like in a single game, so it's no big deal. Ooh, and that's going to beat off the soul attack. Get the follow-up on the combo. Stand down. Stun GI. No follow-up, unfortunately. But staying in control. A lot of respect. No.
Oh, another unblockable.
Come on, man. Come on. No, and not the unblockable.
That one's pretty fast, to be fair.
Listen, man, that is not how the game is supposed to work. Unblockable into completely falling apart defense seems to be the theme here, but yellow guard meter gonna go ahead and pop that soul charge to try to stay on top of things. Working at it, it's red now. Not aggressive enough. Caught at a standstill. Divine Beast getting to the move just late. And that seems to be just reminiscent of every single round. Divine Beast a little too late to the draw. Yeah, that's curtains. 2-0.
Man, that was such a dominating performance right there from Ryan V100. That, I mean, even with red flash and guard gauge, you know, the possibility of getting their guard broken, completely didn't care about it. Was just like, all right, you know, you're going to be doing these things. This move doesn't guard break, so I'm just going to take it, block it, and then when you try to do anything else, I'm going to start pressing buttons. I'm going to start getting out of there so I don't have to deal with that sort of thing. And it just worked out beautifully. Every single time, Ryan V knew exactly what to do, when to do it.
Proceeding to target location.
This is 2-0. You know, not too much going on beside the standard, so I'd expect that to follow up. All right, what's going on here?
Yeah, so this is the Soulcalibur right now. So what happens is if any of the other spectators are currently in game, we would probably try to switch the feed to that. But unfortunately, sometimes this just happens. It's an unfortunate part of online tournaments. But yeah, and see here, we got the spectator feed because we know
we're in there. Yeah, we are in there. Let's go. Let's get in game 3. Did we terminate the initial feed? Is what 2B is talking about. She knows as well. All right, and Sophie, you can definitely do this. You've already done it, baby, twice now. Looking to close this out at 3 consecutive games to continue in dominating fashion. Here's another unblockable. Oh, gets the stun. Another follow-up, and yeah, this is the Ryan V100 show.
I mean, to Divine Beast J's credit, they did really figure out how to get out of that unblockable at that time. They did sidestep it, but the problem was there is the ground pound, right? So you actually still either have to block low, or you jump over it and punish her. But with that being said, Ryan V catching every roll, every step, every reversal edge right there to take the first round.
All right, and just went all around, twirl the shield just about 100 times to make sure her gymnastic movement's still good. We're gonna need her for the shot put, 100%. sit at the Soulcalibur Olympics. All right, now watching the legs, trying to get something going now on the offensive end because nothing else seems to be working. There's a GI right back at you. Another short unblockable mix-up. Full unblockable. Yeah, I've had enough.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah. And that's going to have heavy guts damage on here. It won't kill, but it'll put him in position to make something happen. What is the follow-up on the read?
Two lasers. Oh, then the run up by Ryan V. Yeah, after the laser gets shot, she still has to recover from the move, right? So he's like, okay, I'm gonna do something before you can even act. And if you guard it, that's probably okay, but I feel like I'm gonna get the W here.
Yeah.
Okay, that was smart. Soul charge to stop the unblockable. I like it. Yeah, use your meter, right, KP?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you just take it as knowledge, right? Like, this is all but over. You keep it 200,000. And you just take what you can from the experience. Now you're in a real tournament situation. It still counts as experience, win or lose.
I'm just saying, a wise man once said, you just gotta believe. You just gotta believe, my friend. You might be able to make the comeback. Let's go. Reverse ledge coming out. The horizontal is gonna happen. Okay. Oh, the low. Wake up C, and it's gonna get blocked.
You can believe in September. Soul charge the gap. Open this back up.
That was so smart. Toss the sword from max range so that there's no way the lightning bolt could hit, but in case you don't do the lightning bolt, you still get the punish. That was actually really, really smart from the IVs. That was incredible.
Actually godlike. Yeah, that was actually godlike. That's why I laughed, because like that was the right move. Unfortunately, unless you have a bunch more of those right moves in the tank, yeah, Ryan V's a little more aggressive this time, ready to just close this out.
Currently on red flashing guard gauge, but as I see that dodges the reversal edge, gets the lethal hit, unblockable comes out, tried to duck it, but that's not how you stop it. Unfortunately, one of the only ways to stop that unblockable from happening is just hitting her out of the air, making her respect you. So.
I mean, it was very poetic there for the ending, right? Unblockables galore. Why not, finish it off with that dark screen with flame coming out of that sword as Sophie dives not only over 2B, but into the final 8 players in the bracket. We will be seeing more of Ryan V, as expected, as Ryan V is already taking home a victory in one of the weeks this month. Take a look here at some of the highlights, just going back on here. If you've never seen Sophie's unblockable hit as many times, keep your eyes open. You may miss an unblockable or 2 or 3.
I would say we've never seen it hit that many times.
Yeah, follow up, always got the pressure, didn't go for too much, wasn't really like, I wouldn't even call it styling, honestly. It was just, this is what's working. You stick to the plan. They are who we thought they were, and if your opponent shows you that they cannot deal with the unblockables, then you continue going through it. Even though we, a little tongue-in-cheek about it, this is exactly what you should do as a fighting game player.
Yeah, it just always harkens back to it ain't broke, don't fix it. But we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the bracket. We got more of these matches going. Some of them are going to be off streamed. We got to get them all going through. So we have, moving on to the round of 8, it's going to be Mind Wolf, Ryan V100, and Decree, 3 of our previous champions right now. The 4th one has yet to play, and that's going to be Revan is me, actually. So is that the next match? I think it is.
Yeah, this is my pick here to do it. I don't know if the opponent showed up in time, but we have plenty of matches to go through everything, and we'll see as we whittle our way down to that first place prize of $400, and then again $300 for second, $200 for third, $100 for fourth.
Oh, okay.
So beautiful sequence there. Again, you can't go wrong when you aren't being charged. If you want to have your shot at collecting some of this caliber money, make sure you sign up at compete.playstation.com, or you can do it directly from your PlayStation dashboard. It's just a wonderful opportunity and tournament experience. You can just get it in the comfort of your own home, and just see how much you sweat as you try to make your way towards this prize money.
Yeah, so unfortunately we had to switch matches up. It looks like we're going to be seeing Macho Flex, and I got to check to see what the opponent was. Got it right here. Yoshimitsu 6, or VI, if you don't want to do Roman numerals. But yeah, so does he actually play Yoshi? Let's find out.
I mean, they don't have to. That's all I'm saying. You know, just because you're named after a character doesn't mean you have to play them. That's just how I feel. All right, leave me alone. But yes.
So it is going to be Yoshimitsu.
And we're going to see Nightmare, who we saw earlier as Keeve made a tear through after his perfect performance throughout the weeks, falling just short, coming in second here in the finale. But Nightmare looked exceptionally strong and like a problem to deal with, all right? Very aggressive. Terror Charge just changes the way you have to approach the matchup at all times. And yeah, we're going to let the Moon of Oblivion rock. Yo, this game's music is so good. I feel like it doesn't get enough credit.
Hey, no, I'm a big fan. We were actually talking about it right before we started the NA Finals, how good this game's music is. But going into game at number 1, so I gotta mention Yoshimitsu. During this patch, he's kind of an elephant in the room right now. He got some significant changes that, well, they make him pretty good. So, Yoshi right now has...
nice side stuff.
Oh, okay, got the Brave Edge though. It's gonna be able to hit. Takes away, goes for the drill, but yeah, Yoshimitsu's not having any of that right now. Sitting on him.
Okay, Nightmare, we got you, man. You ate a lethal hit to lose, no big deal. Right. Again, you talk about the speed with Nightmare. Right now he's on the slower end, but the power that comes with that is just... I never count Nightmare out, because once he gets going, things can get out of hand, but... you can buff him. It's all good. I'm with this. Oh my god. It doesn't matter what character you are when you're on the wall and you don't get an opportunity to play. Yoshimitsu 6 is going in. Nice front escape. Going with the AA, keeping it solid. Just, oh my god. Oh, coming in with the TI. All right. Macho Flex does not want to give up this round. I see it. Scoop? No, denied.
Picking a lot of the right options to be able to maybe not do it. And as soon as I say that, a big whiff. Excellent spacing right there from Yoshimitsu. To be able to stay outside of any range, and then the second that a missed input or a bad option is chosen, easy punish, taking that second round. And now with the aggression, getting the lethal hit right there.
Wow. Wow. Okay, are you going to let the man play?
Domination.
Perfect. And... oh my god, forgive me. Not today. That is 1-0 in favor of Yoshimitsu 6. Wow. I was not expecting that. That happened as quickly as the match started. And you know, it's... you look at Nightmare characters, players, and they're like, look, we're always in crisis. We need some buffs. Can we get, like, the personally Okubo delivered buff right now, like, during the broadcast? Just inject it right there, you know, give Nightmare what he needs?
They gave the character 9-12. I don't know what you're talking about, KP. He has a 12 for him now. It happened. That was all they were asking for. They gave it to him.
They need to be a little more ambitious. Reach higher.
I definitely think it has nothing to do with character strength right now. I think this is all Yoshimitsu 6 being able to just completely dominate the round. He even hit the lethal hit right there where you specifically have to be going under a high move before you do it. And like that just shows that he was just reading the opponent left and right, in my opinion. So
yeah, usually when the perfects happen in this game, they're quick. It's just like a big read at the beginning, and then that momentum just carries into your opponent's trying to make the read, and they just two things, a lethal hit, and then here you go. Your health bar has been dissipated. So let's get into game 2. See if Macho Flex can run it back. But more of the same early on. It's just one sequence to get it started. But I mean,
nice
a lot of damage
with the meditation. To be able to get offensive pressure just because of that. Jumps over it, avoiding the puddle. I want to mention one other thing too, is that this stage allows for ring outs, unlike the other one. So Yoshimitsu has some of the best ring out game in Soulcalibur 6. So it could show up. It could happen.
Again, just go back to it, right? If it ain't broke, do it forever. And that is the second perfect in 2 games. I mean, Yoshimitsu 6 is out here playing a one-player game, and this is supposed to be an open tournament series, eligible to anybody on the PlayStation 4. All right, spread the love, man. Let the man play.
Nah, we don't let people play. You want to be getting that $400, you have to obliterate your opponent. I'm sorry, KP. But oh my goodness, big launch, unable to get over the small wall.
Nah, don't be sorry to me. I think Macho Flex heard you. You're talking about obliterating your opponent right on cue. We're gonna spin the meter, baby. We need to get on the board right now and put a stop to the bleeding. Big horse, big horn, big sword, big KO. Let's go.
Putting the first round on the board for Macho Flex right now. Starting to figure a little bit something out, but will that persist? It's going to be able to catch him with the Grim Stride right there. Oh, nice. Using the automatic GI on that, and the pressure is relentless right now.
Nice follow-up here. And Macho Flex waking up. As I say, we get dangerously close to the wall. You know, ring outs always make sure that you're in the game.
Oh my god, did he just... He just jumped him out of the flying stance. That means he did it exactly as he landed. You can't just do that when somebody's flying normally.
You absolutely can do that, and Macho Flex will do it again. Half 50% life lead, trying to return the perfect favor. The gentleman's perfect coming up right now. Not like this. Oh, wall situation. Big time.
Oh, that's Yoshimitsu.
In complete control, flirting with his air movement, trying to stay alive, but flip left, flip right. It does not matter. Yoshi sending him, dunking him, take a bath. 2-0. I'll see you in a bit. Man, that has to hurt momentum for Macho Flex's sake.
Amanhã a gente vai almoçar na casa da sua avó,
I mean,
tá?
one of the marks of the biggest, the strongest competitors is the ability to come back from stuff like that, because we do know that, hey, sometimes you just get mollywopped a round or two, right? So things happen, especially against Yoshi on a stage that has the ability to be rung out on, right? Yoshi's going to ring you out. It's going to happen. You just got to accept that part of life, right?
No, I don't accept it. If I'm Macho Flex, did you see how clean that round was? You did everything right. And then you didn't.
Until he picked the wrong move that got him rung out. That's the problem, though, is you still have to make an incorrect decision to get rung out like that.
It's okay, man. I'm just trying to ease the bleeding, man. Let me wear my bag. Let's get into game 3 here. Potential elimination game for Macho Flex. Definitely showing signs of life, but another stage with good ring out potential. Let's see if Nightmare can play towards the wall where he can get insane amounts of damage, or if Yoshimitsu 6 would like to keep it out in the open with the possibility of sending him for a dive.
Yeah, it looks like he knows pretty much everything Macho Flex wants to do, because he's countering him at least 6 times at this point, okay? Oh, got the big launch. No full conversion off it, though. Oh, yeah, using the low. So, for those who don't know, Nightmare has... Oh, go ahead.
No, you got it.
Yeah, Nightmare has an armor mechanic. They call it, in this game, armors are called revenge attacks, and armor can be lost to moves that do 24 damage or low attacks, right? So he had done a ton of lows and moves that did exactly 24 damage or more, right? So no armor available for Macho Flex, continuously getting counter hit, and now on game point.
Yeah, you saw Yoshi spin the meter there to secure that combo, make it true, and close out that round. This is just all the Yoshimitsu 6 show. Oh my goodness, I didn't know coming into the bracket just how clean he would look, but man, this is impressive.
Ooh, got the launch directly under the attack, though. That's going to put it back. Oh, big horse!
Whoa. Yeah, he went for the unblockable. Wait a minute. I got something for you. An unblockable CE. Full charge. And here's an opportunity. And comes through with a clutch. Macho Flex still alive.
Yeah, I think that was definitely the right choice right there to be able to go for that CE. I mean, you know, it just so happened to be that Yoshimitsu was going for their unblockable, but hey, you will take those, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Side steps here. Hell sweeps. Everything is just working for Yoshimitsu 6. Okay.
Yeah.
A mutual, you know, hey, let's use our resources to gain everything as I see you on the way out. 3-0. Yoshimitsu 6. Super dominating performance there. Nightmare is super exciting to watch, but unfortunately that's going to be the end of Macho Flex's tournament run here in the monthly final. However, thanks for signing up, and I'm sure we'll see more of them in the future. Ebonic, that is the day, man. Everything is just 2-0, 3-0 once again. It's a literal mirror of the EU event.
Yeah, I mean, so far, you know, we've only gotten through a couple of the first matches, but I do think you're right. Yeah, it may be a mirror for quite some time, and you know, it's not uncommon for tournaments like these to have the first couple of rounds go fairly quickly for some of the top competitors because they just, you know, they gotta fight the competition that's on their level kind of deal. But once they get to that point, things start to slow down and things start to get real difficult. And we may see that a bit later. We may not. Maybe somebody will just take the whole thing without issue.
Yeah, certainly hoping not here as we go through the montage here. Highlights perfect, but that was my favorite moment of the set right there. The flapjack just scooping Yoshi upon landing and getting that ring out, and then the very stylistic ring out there, the answer coming in from Yoshimitsu 6. It's just back to back, all types of, just using the stage to his advantage every way, mix-ups galore, 50-50s on top of 50-50, all of the money. Just make the prize pool 50-50, right? Let's do it there as we check out the bracket and see what else is in store for the rest of our competitors. Again, even the off-stream matches, 3-0s. Revenant Me is going to take it over Fresh Prince, set himself up with a match against Yoshimitsu 6. That is definitely going to be a showcase right there. It's just Decree 18 right there, another name to watch here. 3-0 over his opponent. Again, the Caliber crew, no matter where you're from, these players are putting in absolute work, and there are just goose eggs and donuts across the board, zeros for everybody. You hate to see it, but you love to do it if you are a competitor.
Peço pra nós
So
dois
one
e
thing I
ela
want to note is that the
come,
four
tem
people that are
estrogonofe, irmão.
currently moving on throughout this bracket are
se
four
importa
of
com
the
esse
winners of the
estrogonofe.
previous weeks. We talked about the strength of them just because, you know, obviously they're four of the previous winners, and they're showing it off beautifully right now. And you talked about that Yoshimitsu versus, excuse me, I'm forgetting, Revenant Me match. That in particular is gonna be wild, and if I were Revenant Me, I'd be studying that last match because Yoshimitsu 6 looked unstoppable. But to say that, Yoshimitsu 6 and Revenant Me actually were in the same week that Revenant Me won. But you know, hey, you can win one of those weeks. You can win one of those weeks if you guys go to compete.playstation.com and you guys can join these tournaments week after week. There is a monthly final every time. Maybe you can get some of these prize pools. Maybe you can defeat Yoshimitsu 6, you know, stop him from bullying nightmare players and things like that. But with that in mind, guys, you know, why don't you go do that while we take a very quick break here to get some water, sign up for
Não,
those
sua
weekly
mãe, ela
tournaments.
pode
and
até
we'll be
sair
back
de
in
lá
just a
e
moment.
encontrar comigo.
So many world famous players, they started online. We are good to go for our first match of the stream. We're here for FIFA 20 action. It's going to be a
Grand final victor. The next PlayStation FIFA superstar.
I think the level of play that we're currently looking at, and it's fantastic. No one leaves today empty-handed.
Tá no chip.
Ah, você bota no chip.
Não, esse aqui eu vou trocar.
PlayStation.
Pô, eu já tem 7. Não, é mesmo?
I get it. I'm getting the system because I love the controllers, I love my achievements, my friends are on the platform, I love Halo.
Ah, mas mais que importa tem uma pessoa dentro. Então.
Meu amor, você vai querer o que? Decide.
E essa janela tá fechada aí, gente?
Foi vídeo. Calma aí, meu filho, então eu vou pedir um Mac pra você. É porque eu vou pagar a taxa à toa, né? Isso aí. Então, dá pra gente ir na casa de Fernanda amanhã. Mas sua mãe vai estar cansada. Então combina com ela. Não, combina hoje, senão amanhã eles arrumam alguma coisa pra fazer. Entendeu?
Tá, mas agora não espera eles chegarem em casa, né? Agora eles estão na rua, não estão. Entendeu? Espera chegar em casa pelo menos.
Se animou, né? Você se animou. Fiz à toa, né? Porque eles trocam no balde lá.
Okay. I couldn't wait. I didn't want to. We don't want you to. We can get straight to it, all right? Yoshimitsu 6. Let's just keep this ball rolling, all right? We all want to see that next match, don't we? We all want to see that next match. All right, Yoshimitsu 6. Revan is me. Let's go ahead. Please take it away.
Yeah, no. Yoshimitsu 6, Revan is me. We talked about it a little bit earlier. These were the top two competitors of the previous week just before this on August 27th. And now they're going to be facing here in the single elim bracket. Just keep that in mind. Single elim. To fight each other right now. See who's, who is actually better. That's what they're trying to say. It's just like, yo, Revan, my name's Yoshimitsu 6. You definitely shouldn't have won that last week. I should have beat you, and I'm coming now. Who do you guys think is actually going to win, though? How do you think this is going to go? Tell us in the chat.
Yeah, this is certainly going to be an interesting poll, right? When we talk about the previous results, right, and someone hasn't seen those players in action just yet, they tend to go, with what's been happening in the now. So Yoshimitsu 6 theoretically should get the majority of that vote, but Revan is Me did take the W over him last week, and Revan is Me is the most consistent player throughout the month of August, with 2 second-place finishes, a first-place finish, and a 5th place. So never outside of the top 8, not even once. Consistency is definitely key, but you know me, right on cue, 72% of the people going for Yoshimitsu 6. I have Revan as Me winning the whole thing, but I think this is it. this match can determine the entirety of the tournament. I don't want to put the pressure on them. Obviously, you know, they are their own men just doing their own thing, but I think it's decided right here.
Yeah, so it can either make or break your entire prediction there, huh, KP? I guess mine is safe no matter what happens with this part. It's the other matches that it could make or break my prediction.
All right, well, it's gonna be Grow once again coming out to Yoshimitsu.
Well, I mean, it's on the ice stage, right? I think that's what I saw. So there could be a lot of space for them to work between. You know, when Yoshimitsu has a lot of space to work between, that is. Oh no. Okay, it is the small stage with no ring out. All right. So
we don't need any of that. We can get straight to it.
That's right. Yeah, just a lot of pokes right here from Revan is me. He's been able to keep the pressure going by, oh, wow, yeah. So the one chance that he knew that Yoshimitsu could bounce back, right, immediately go into the reversal edge and recognizing that that was a situation that he wasn't going to be able to get out of and called it out beautifully. First round.
And back-to-back reversal edge reads right on cue as you let go of the sentence. Nice read. Has the advantage now. Going up top. Lethal hit. Follow-up. Yeah, I love those cinematic attacks right there. Just take no further effort from the player. You just input the command and let the character drive the vehicle, as they say. More follow-up now. Revan is me just constantly here, there, everywhere. Very solid defense. Has not been opened up once in these 2 rounds. I know it's extremely early, but I mean, just pay attention. Pay attention. You know, that was like a kid right there. You saw the 3B. It was like, look, don't come in here. And then he ran in there and got launched for it. You got to pay attention, baby. Read the signs as Revan pops that soul charge and looks to close this out quickly.
And trying to put as much pressure as possible. This is really a big knowledge check to see if he knows exactly what Gro's soul charge is going to do. Soul charge is right back, so he doesn't have to deal with it. Blocks the one teleport, and oh, okay, nice counter poke right there. But now it's time for Yoshimitsu to set up the mix-up here. And okay, gets a big launch. He's going to be able to put a stop in those tracks on Revan by getting the unblockable. Okay.
Right back at you. Wow. Okay. Are you Gro or are you the Flash? Which one is it? Who do you want to be? I don't know what way he wants to be, but I do know that Revan is me wants to march towards that first place victory and $400, and getting that crucial first game is a very important step, and I love it. You love to see it, baby.
Yeah, we love him to refer to Gro as an anime character because he does some anime type moves with his teleports.
Is anybody gonna dispute that? Because if they are, we need to have a conversation. Yeah.
Hey, I mean, you saw it firsthand, right? Like just teleporting, just kicking. Do you even know where he is? Can your eye keep up, or did you just blink? Like I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. So first game.
One of these things is not like the other when it comes to the teleporter, and Gro is definitely something special there. Let's see if he continues on, if he has the vision, right? Let's see what those anime eyes can see, or can Yoshimitsu 6 slow it down in his whole game? Has his name always been Yoshimitsu 6, or does he evolve it with every title? Question to ask later. For now, let's focus on the match.
I was wondering the same thing when I saw the bracket at the very beginning, but you know, he's wondering about what defensive option to pick because he just kind of sat there guarded, got tossed, and now Revan is all upon him, but the wall damage. Big mix up right there, Revan. Okay, just immediately telling him that the storm is on its way and taking that first round right there with the stance. Okay, big launch. Oof, yeah, trying to mix him up. That's been the hardest part about fighting Yoshimitsu for a very long time, to be honest, is when he starts to go into those stances, it's like, well, he has options for multiple different avenues on where I should block, but I don't know which one he's going to pick.
Yeah, nice follow-up combo there. Goes right back to it. If first it doesn't work, try again, especially when it's safe. Once again, the soul charge all over here. The teleport from behind. Counter hit, gets the easy pickup into the reset. I don't understand it. Pause the game right there. Take a screenshot. Gro is just ridiculous from all angles. Especially when he pops that soul charge, it's just an entirely different game. All right, reversal edge, let's go back into it. Tries to sidestep it, but eats that horizontal instead. It's about 25% of health. I don't quite know the numerical damage on that, but I know it's a lot. Again, such efficient soul charge usage from Revan is me. Hey. Nice call out on the GI, being a little patient right back at you. There's a launch.
Yeah, he's able to sidestep right there. He got the 2-2B, meaning he's going to get the big launch right there. The RE comes out, and okay, he has a prayer and a dream. He has to make the right call here, but it's a guard break, and that's going to finish that second game off. Revan is me. I guess he just knew that he'd probably go for guard, right? Like, I mean, you hardly got any health, so I think you'd want to guard here since it's the safest option.
I don't know if guarding is working, man. For Revan is me, that is now 6 consecutive rounds. He's working on a perfect game here, all right? Usually, we don't take the picture off the mound. You just let him keep rocking, right, to see if he can complete it. And Revan is me right now, just firing on all cylinders. He has not given Yoshimitsu anything to work with. The adaptation, there's nothing there. It's like showing up to your first class and the teacher quizzes you immediately, day one. What's up? Right into it. Of course, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get smoked by that. And that's exactly what's happening here as a dominating performance and the continuation of the 2 and 3-0s funneling throughout the day here in the Open Series for Soulcalibur 6.
Gonna have to hope that maybe that's not actually gonna be the case, that it's just funneling through the 2 and 3-0s, right? It's the last legs. You gotta win 3 straight, and unfortunately for Yoshimitsu 6, the RNG has not been in his favor on the stage picks because it's gotten 0 ring-outable stages. It's been this stage, it's been the night version and the day version, all 3 times.
He needs it. All right, here's the wall, though. You can still get plopped onto that tree regardless of who you are. And effective soul attack, soul charge damage, it's been the name of the game for Revan is me. Just efficiency. I don't think there's anyone better. Not enough, blocks the mix up and right on cue. 7
That was
rounds
almost
in a
perfect.
row.
That was almost perfect for Yoshimitsu 6 because he had actually blocked the low, the 1A, but unfortunately the mix-up afterwards was not enough. He's going to be able to get it off this reverse ledge, though. So, I mean, could be a start at least.
Yeah, I mean, this is closed curtains. We got to say goodbye to Yoshimitsu here. Unless some type of miracle happens. Revan, there's other people saying good sidestep now. Hold on, maybe here's a pulse, a moment of life.
Yeah, I believe that's actually new to this version of the game, is that attack directly after the break attack. I don't know the input, I don't know the frames, but I don't remember seeing it prior to Season 2.
Alright, gets knocked down out of the air from that RE. Again, finally whiffing, overextending. For the first time, I want to say, in the whole set, as Revan is me. No sidestep this time. Instead, let's go to the minigame. Nice read there. Yoshimitsu 6 got the wall now. A little extra on the end. Top it off, but no, knock it back down. Watch your legs.
Oh, there's the card break right there.
No, that's a guard break.
And that's going to be the 3-0 for Revan is me. Looking emphatic, looking as in control as we expected. And just like you said, looking like the most consistent player that we have seen through the August weeks here in the PS4 Tournaments Open Series because... Perfect. Good Lord.
That's the only word I have for you is perfect, man. That was 9 consecutive rounds. I just... if we could, just fast forward a player to the grand finals, that would be the one. But here's a truly dominating display from Revan as me. Always seem to be perfect with the blocks, right? Everyone's gonna get opened up eventually, right? You can't block every 50-50. But this was an excellent sequence here that just ended, and I would say tragedy. Here it is. Boom. I mean, you didn't even get a chance to react or anything like that. Caught a mid-side step, and again another traversal through Yoshi coming from behind. The anime. Just movement. It was just too good. Revan is me, a master of the soul charge and being effective. There's a guard break again. It's just curtains, man. Knock him up and just shut him out. That's all he could do.
Yeah, the number of guard breaks that Revan is me got was kind of high for a Grow player, to be honest. I don't know how many Grow players get that many guard breaks in a game, but Revan as me not only got those guard breaks, but then immediately capitalized on them perfectly, and that's why he's this far in the bracket, just waiting on his opponents, and you guys can see that here, waiting on, maybe it's Mind Wolf, maybe it's one of the other players, but we do have Ryan V100 versus Toro C, and Crack 873 versus Decree 18.
Yeah, that path doesn't get any easier. Mind Wolf looked extremely strong as well, and also a winner of one of the weeks here. So all of our champions are still alive, and it's about to go down. I think we get the matches we desire, the ones we hope for. Nothing in the realm of upsets right now, not even relatively close. It's just been, all right, I belong here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Each round is a step towards the money, and with that W right there, our guy is sitting in at least guaranteed for 4th place, so you're going to see at least $100 from the comfort of your own home. No charge necessary. All you have to do is go to compete.playstation.com in order to, try yours and see just how far you can make it here to just, earn some money, interact with some community stuff, and be featured here on the broadcast. But as far as we talk about that, check it out. Ryan V, Toro C. Who do you got? We'd like to see those predictions in the chat. I'm going to go Ryan V100. I'm unfamiliar, admittedly, with Toro C. But if Ryan V's got a W on the week, I know how much it takes just to win a tournament. Like, it's actually hard, regardless of who's there. And Ryan V's been at the top of the pinnacle. But Toro C has the favorites of the community. Maybe there's something I don't know that I'm about to learn shortly.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't blame you, though, KP, for going for the Ryan V. Not only does he have the one win under his belt for one of the weeks, but the previous match, he had busted out every unblockable setup that we didn't know existed, because, I don't know, I've never seen Sophie hit somebody with that many unblockables in a row. But, but hey, maybe Toro C's a crowd favorite, right? Maybe he's got all the homies in the chat coming in right now, waiting to see what goes on. Again, I'm just like you. I'm unfortunately unfamiliar with Toro C. I'm not gonna lie about it. Oh, F and Josh. Okay, yeah. Cool. So looks like we got that fixed up. So it's gonna be F and Josh actually.
All right, so yeah, run the poll over. We'll see how that works, and if not, it's no big deal. But just to make sure we clean everything up and just be as transparent as possible. Small error in the bracket, but F and Josh is going to be the man here. And just like that, in the 11th hour, it could be F and Josh because their match is next, right? The bracket said you don't belong here, right? Technology is not on your side. What do? You get mad. You get a little chip on your shoulder. Maybe you operate off of spite. I know plenty of people like that. And you can put on a show for us and then make us true believers as well. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. Ryan V, Sophie is still, though, very, very... We didn't get to see it in depth because it was very simple. This is what my opponent is giving me. So I'm only going to show the cards that I need to, which is exceptionally smart. So we haven't even scratched the surface of Ryan V100 just yet. So I think it's going to be another step forward in the display of Sophie prowess.
Yeah, the further you get into a bracket, the more step-ups of a person's ability that you're going to end up seeing. But it looks like it's going to be the tier up pick here for F and Josh. This character got a lot of love this version of the game. She was already doing pretty well for herself, right? But they thought, okay, let's give her some quality of life changes, right? And those were probably the proper ones, because right now this character is scary. Okay, 2B stage coming in. Yeah, get it, KP. All right, let's go. So
I just love the music.
Right
I'm sorry. Oh, our cameras are still on. Hey, this is who I am, man. I'm just real at all times. I can't help it. I am ready to fight you. Let's get it. All right, quarterfinal match here. Ryan V100, F and Josh. And yeah, let's keep it short and simple, baby. Oh, okay.
My goodness, what a smart lethal hit right there. So that's actually a very specific condition. You got to hit him up top. Counter hit, I believe, is how that works. But so F and Josh at least knows where they're going with this. Ryan V sidestepping the break attack there.
Oh, okay. So it's not just a bonus strategy. Unblockable mix-ups galore from Ryan V. Reversal edge now. Oh boy, playing dangerously close to that edge.
Yeah, get the GI. Oh my god, that should be a ring out, and that exactly is no health left. Still didn't care about it. One proper decision right there from F and Josh, and that's learning how to use that card impact mechanic right there for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, stand on top. Here's a break attack. Maybe needed a second one, however. Right back to it. Oh, sliding right into the sword. Not quite what you wanted, but is able to stay on top. Didn't lose too much health from that exchange, though. Certainly lose a lot here, though. The power of Zeus is out.
Big damage right there the second the power of Zeus came out. Okay. One apiece in rounds right now. There's a lot of meter for F and Josh, and while he's been putting out a lot of guard damage, it hasn't been working out in that exact way, but the unblockable for one jumps over at that time, though. Look at the punish, look at the damage! That's what should happen when somebody tries to mix you up with unblockable right there. It should be like, no, you ain't doing this to me.
All right, ankle step. We're going for it again in that sequence. No, not a taste of the old medicine. Okay, and then the reversal edge right on top of it says, oh, no. You will not defeat me in that manner, good sir. Let me show you how this is done. Beautiful reversal edge to follow up.
I like the decision right there from F and Josh to goad him into walking in. So when Tira players taunt, you're forced to go towards them because her taunt actually allows her to stack up her unique mechanic of switching stances. And so, oh my god, I think this is death actually. Okay, no.
Oh no, yeah, absolutely. That throw is just so vicious from Tira. I mean, I know this game doesn't have, blood and the like, but every time I see that rotating throw, it's just visceral, and it fits the character so well.
Absolutely. Game point right now for both players. The unblockable's coming out. Tried to jump it, but hadn't actually stepped the unblockable yet. So jumping it was going to jump directly into the dunk. I cannot believe Sophia has just joined one of the basketball teams.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the athleticism. Open the bubble. Let Sophie in, all right? She can, if things ever start once again with the NBA, make sure you add that young woman because she is something fierce. Tried to sidestep and then get the short hop in order to avoid the blast, but the timing was off. Not only were you not, out of the range, you actually got clipped on the side of the sword, and that unblockable damage is a huge chunk. And to immediate pressure, it's just bad all around. High risk, high reward, or medium risk, I would say, because you can let it go early and the like. But I don't know, right? Ryan V has found a way to take unblockables and make it, dare I say, a focal point of his offense.
It's one of those things where you're like, okay, so this person's going for unblockables a lot, so I'll do the thing that dodges the unblockable, right? But when somebody cancels the unblockable, they can do the option that beats the dodge of the unblockable or the thing that beats the unblockable. So then you get stuck in this mind game situation where you're like, okay, are they actually going for an unblockable this time, or do I need to respect this? And that's when you start getting mixed up.
Imagine having to ask that question, are they going for an unblockable, and do I need to respect it? All right, here. Uppercuts. Now, I love Sophie's animation. She's so sick. This character is so sick.
She flows like water, to be honest with you. She's very fluid motion. And I mean, hey, the little angel feathers that come out when she does angel step, that doesn't hurt either.
Yeah, she deserves it. A little bit from behind to show you what she's working with. Oh, big whiff there. Not much of a punish, but take what you can. Again, any damages, it all adds up, right? There we go.
Such a big punish from Tira.
Okay, more cinematic joints. And yeah, this round has all been just punishment galore.
Everybody's favorite throw into the 1K mix.
And then the swift kick. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's just kind of the hardest part about dealing with Sophia right there is she has a very fast mid attack that she can do there at the same time as well being able to do a low kick. And I believe that the throw makes it so that you can't actually permit any other options other than soul charge on wake up. So...
Alright, reversal edges prevent everything. Let's see where you're going. Horizontal catches you. Follow up combo, get the stab. Quick rise into the soul charge. Oh, okay. Did she just jump into the hoop? I can't. All right, Ryan V is simply a work of art. That's what's happening doing right now. That wasn't some Sophie-specific tech. That was Ryan V showing you just how aware of his movement he is at all times. Oh, weird sequence there.
Oh, that was some good movement right there. Faking the unblockable, and that's exactly the mind game we were just now talking about. Oh, got the good RNG on the headaches and is able to kill because of it. So when Tira headbutts you, she has RNG where she might get a headache. And if she doesn't get the headache, it's really good for Tira because she retains the attack stun from the attack and then gets to do whatever she wants afterwards.
Yeah, imagine risking it in that sequence on that. That takes the, you know, this is real Tira player hours. Like, you have to be a real Tira player to like, all right, I'm going to go for that here. All right, little hula hoop just showing off a bit of it. Always in shape. Oh, this time on the blue.
Tried to sidestep it right there. It's going to be able to jump, and that's going to kill. Easy money. Recognizing exactly what to do versus that unblockable. You know, messed up in the first game. Okay, it happens. You know, these things are like that. But second game, you're not hitting me with that again.
Close your eyes. But then look at the damage. It's almost half health there.
Yeah,
and
quite a big start right there from Ryan. And I think that's I think it's a really good start. You know, use all the meter you can to get the biggest start because it's going to be really difficult for F and Josh to be able to make the comeback without using, without using any bar, right? So forced to use the soul charge to make something happen here and got the hit. That's big damage.
Oh, no.
Good
that
roll.
felt like a bait.
And then the throw. Is that
okay,
death?
and it's enough. Yes. How's that? It's wonderful.
Everybody's
As
favorite
Ryan
throw.
V goes up 2-0. I mean, a literal throw, right, where you have to, you know, guess which direction to take is the difference between 2-0 and 1-1. Now it's an entire uphill battle where you don't have room for error anymore. And those small sequences where it's, you know, 100 health, 150 health here and there, you don't have the luxury of losing those rounds at all. You have to play in perfection from this point on. And if you have been, and it's not enough thus far, you need to go and unlock the next level. It's very rare it happens, especially in a single elimination tournament. But I don't know. F and Josh has definitely showed flashes of greatness here, but Ryan seems to be a little too much. Just a little bit.
Yeah. To talk about the unlocking the next level, Ryan V is definitely unlocking the next level, right? Because remember, one of the first couple of matches, and even the first match for this, was straight up unblockable, was my mix-up, was my game plan, right? That's not the case nearly as much at this point. Ryan V has recognized, okay, all right, okay, my bad, F and Josh knows how to get out of unblockable situations. Now I can play the game for real, and surprisingly, Ryan V is now looking even more terrifying than previously.
Yeah, that's the adaptation I mentioned at the beginning of the set. You know, you only do what you need to. If your opponent doesn't force you to show the rest of your cards, then keep them close. But F and Josh is definitely forcing Ryan to go into the deck and come out with the different strategies. Staying on top, there's the wall. Oh, the double into the tree as well. This is just the nature bounce. Unfortunately, doesn't complete the combo. But even matchup right now.
Ooh, tricked him with the unblockable mix again. Yeah, I don't know what F and Josh thought was going to happen there and what he tried to counter it with, but ended up not working out. Ryan V is going to take the first round right now, poising himself to be able to... Oh, there it is, the counter hit again.
Yeah, and F and Josh is extremely ready for that whip. The lethal hit comes out almost instantly both times that we've seen it, but the follow-up combo is simply not ready to go. However, still very much in this round. Again, here's another chance and a late reaction, but picks up something on the ground anyway. This is
oh, big punish.
I couldn't find the word for. I don't want to call it sloppy, but there was certainly no planned route. There was just a bunch of whiffing from both players, and it took Ryan V to slow down and spin the meter to just get the guarantee. You know, you can't whiff this one button press.
Sometimes you get a bit too antsy. You know, you're down 2-0. This person's very close to sending you home because this is a single elimination bracket, and you start worrying like, oh no, I better not mess this up, and then that's what causes you to mess up, is you worrying about messing it up. Catching the step with that vertical, I guess.
I mean, we take those, it's all good. Oh, meet him in the air. The Matumbo finger denied the jump in, not having any of
What a jump right there! Recognizing what situation he was in and knew that you were going to go for the kick and immediate kill on this. This was so pretty. Watch that.
Yeah, that should definitely be a part of the replay montage. Evan Josh not laying down, not going out without a fight here. Desperation round needs it to continue his tournament life. Nice dunk. No interruption there, just playing it safe. Scoops up and just making all of the right reads right now. Excellent sequence in the last 15 seconds. And the GI follow-up, a bit too ambitious though on that break attack.
It's going to be the reverse ledge. It's going to get stopped. And again, Evan Johnson running on that 2-bar, recognizing that the reverse ledge is going to come in, immediately dropping that break attack on him, and keeps the 2 bars for this final round here. That could make or break the difference in the ability to take this one.
All right, taking it up top, looking for the unblockable block successfully this time though, after cutting it short, only cancel. Nice side step, moving him to the face. All right, let's take no situations like that, open up. Let's do that for like that, that doesn't apply to me. Oh, was a whiff. Oh, wait, this is going to take that. No. Okay, cool. I thought some special stuff was going on with the last version. So you can't do that, can you?
It was definitely a little bit late if you can, but oh my god, that's gonna mix up time, blocks the low, there's no health on either side. No, the big whiff right there, and Ryan V was ready for the whiff from Evan Josh, and immediately capitalized on it perfectly. Super good call right there from Ryan to be watching what his opponent was doing. Evan Josh got maybe just a little bit too happy on the idea to be able to get that punish right there, but didn't end up working out, unfortunately.
Was all but complete, you know, made it there to the finish line and just didn't have the energy to follow through. It's like you run the marathon and then, you know, you got it, and I don't want to say you celebrated, but you're right there at the finish line. You should take this, and then, you know, that final wind comes in. Ryan V closing it out. A bunch of beautiful decisions, clutch moments here in this big play. Oh, I love it. Faking them out with the unblockable, got the RNG. It's just all good. Do whatever you want. Have fun. Tira seems to be a very customizable character in terms of gameplay and what you want to do in your routes. The only thing that he was missing was the follow-up to that upward ring toss lethal hit combo. There was no follow-up. Left a lot of damage on the floor in both of those opportunities. But yeah, no surprise here. Ryan V taking it to the top and closing it out with that CE. Can't whiff that. One button, baby. You gotta love it. Accessibility.
F and Josh, unfortunately, gonna have to be going to spectator mode, but we're gonna see a bit more of Ryan V, and the story of each champion winning is just continuing to move on so far, right? Ryan V was one of them, Revan is me, Decree 18, and Mind Wolf. So I mean, we're gonna be seeing those a little bit later. It's it just continues and continues their winning streak.
All right, let's take a look at the bracket now. Revan is me sitting on one half of the semifinals. Ryan V on the bottom. 2 of the 4 weekly winners have survived thus far. We got Mind Wolf and Soulless Wolf. Okay, a little battle right there. That little animal stuff going on. And we have Crack 873 and Decree 18. The other two, Decree and Mind Wolf both won previous weeks. So it's just, it's down to the nitty gritty. The cream of the crop, it's just rising, and no surprises here. Although the matches are getting closer, I'd like to see the separation. I'm ready to get down to the final 4.
Yeah, I mean, it's starting to come up, and but before we get down to that little separation of skill level and whatnot, we gotta have Crack 873 versus Decree 18, or maybe this is how the separation starts. I don't know. Maybe the chat can tell me who is gonna take this right now. So Decree 18 is one of the previous week's champions, whereas Crack 873, unfortunately, I believe their highest placing was it's around 6th or so. From the previous weeks, so we're gonna have to find out, but it's 60% of you. All right, 60% of you think it's Crack 873 versus Decree.
We love a good upset story, right? That placing was his highest, and Decree's just been like all over. So multiple weeks showing up here in the finale. This will be our first time seeing Decree on stream today. So I'm ready, man. I'm ready. Let's see what's in store.
Yeah, actually, to note, that placing that Crack 873 got, that was the same week that Decree won. So, hey, you know, it's just hey, sometimes they think it's a fluke, and I'm gonna prove it.
It's the age-old comment, man. You know, to beat a man, you gotta beat the man, right? He won the week I was there, and you know, fighting game players love the, oh, he didn't beat me though, right? We don't know the path, the exact path, but here is your fantasy moment, right? If you beat him, you can tell yourself that you could have won that week, but woulda, coulda, shoulda, none of that matters. We are here in the now. This is the quarterfinal match. Valdo against Maxi, and that Silky, the pink is just, it's too good. It's too
Pink
good.
is my favorite color, KP. I'm just letting you know right now, pink is my favorite color, so I'm a big fan of Crack. Now, I know I picked Decree to win the whole tournament, but that pink is clean.
I mean, what about the crease? It's close enough, right? So it's gonna wake up and show you a little bit of Mantis mix-ups there. Oh no! Oh no!
Ring out?
Yeah.
Goodbye. First round. Okay, so the chat's on to something, I think, y'all. Chat's on to something.
Slow down. We got a whole bunch of games to be played. Mix-ups galore. Gonna spin it. Gonna chop up a pretty boy right quick. But right on top, let's see how he approaches his 7-star mechanics. Just standard mix-ups. Watch your legs. Maxi all over the place. Very fluid in his movement as well. Decree trying to find room to escape, but Maxi just closing off the direction he wants to travel, kicks him in the back. Can't even look his killer in the eyes. Just gives him a boot, and that is 2 rounds straight for Crack.
Yeah, Crack is looking exceptionally strong right now, especially during that RE section. Was able to completely negate the mechanic of reversal edge. He's going to soul charge so he doesn't have to deal with the mix-up. I like that. And yeah, soul charge right back because you're like, wait, now my back is to the corner. I don't like this. Oh, break attack's going to beat it. And yeah, that's going to be a perfect Decree with a big answer back. You took 2 rounds straight. You're looking pretty good, but I just, you know, I needed to warm up a little bit.
Listen, Voldo doesn't care about your hitboxes. He doesn't care about your movement. I can, just getting real funky with it right there. Circus mechanics just evading everything. Decree with the knowledge and the reads. But again, Voldo just swings in any direction from anywhere. Yeah, we don't care about that. Here's the jump attack. Oh, sidestep from the back. This should be enough for the kill. Yes.
Yes, it was 2-2 right now. Just close. Both players working on a pretty similar meter right now, and this went immediately from the Crack's best performance to Decree coming right back. But a big whiff on that. Oh, this might be a ring out.
Heat check. You have to see if it feels good. Oh no, it is a ring out. It's not a ring out.
So close.
Wait, hold on. Well, the round isn't over. It can still be a ring out. Maybe not in that direct situation. But Valdo has not been able to escape this corner. Instead, picks up the lethal hit and turns the tide. I love the air motion from from Crack to stay up. But man, this is just so scary. The anxiety from the corner is ridiculous.
Yeah, is able to catch him right there. Okay, gets 1, gets 2. Okay, yeah, just opts for 2. It's a little bit hard to get the, we joke that it's an infinite, but it's not really. Oh, reverse ledge. This could make or break it. This could actually be a W depending. The vertical. Oh, not enough life with the mix-up. It's the mid, and that's going to finish it off. Close.
Yeah, that character gives me something. I don't know what it is, but it's so scary, right? You have Voldo, who has the most unorthodox movement probably ever, right, in the history, in the franchise for sure, no question. But you know, the greatest group of fight against Voldo is definitely up there. But Maxi, it's just so fluent. You know, every movement on the nunchuck is a sidestep here or a low there. Like he can follow you without having to just press the directional button. All in the attack, just following you, switching between stances ever so smoothly. But I mean, Decree, when he got rolling, he was rolling. That's what it seemed to be. If it was neutral, let's focus, let's slow it down, then our Maxi had the upper hand. But once Decree was able to get in there, all right, it's party time. So I think for game 2 here, the strategy would be to stay in there, believe a little bit more in your reads on the offensive end, and control the pace of the match.
Now we get the same stage here coming into it, so we may see a similar strategy just to be able to finish it off. I mean, it was super close, but he just died.
What? Did he slip?
I blinked.
Did he slip?
I blinked.
Did he slip? How? I don't have the answer, Sway. Anyway, just gonna jump on him instead, ride him like a rodeo show. Yeah, let's stay in the middle of the stage. There's the reversal edge. I'd rather deal with these reads than the ones on the corner as Crack picks up exactly where he left off. Damage on damage on damage. And, uh-oh. All right, cool.
We're back. That's good. Soul Charge comes out. Okay, oh, great duck right there from Crack. He knew exactly what was coming next. Okay, the jump is going to try to stop the offense in Soul Charge right now. Soul Charge is about to get completely negated, and he wants to get that mix-up. Nice block on the low, though. Oh, that's negative. Yeah, I was going to say, I believe that's punishable.
That looked like a punish right there. Yeah. Yeah, quick jab. I'm still tripping off that first ring out where this seemed to be a one-round game, but Nat Crack is already up 2 rounds because of it. Great evasion tactics there from Decree, and again, man, the wall, it's just so scary. Nice pick up. Oh, and the follow-up gets the launch. Little crouch bounce, no big deal.
Goes for the kick right there, catching the sidestep. Decree's got a lot of, yeah, he tried to use that meter that I was just about to mention, but no dice because Crack has been all over him. Okay, see, that might actually punish, yeah. When Voldo is back turned, the C actually gets faster. So he may not have been able to block in time after doing those attacks. And then the mix-up, oh my god!
I love it. That was just emphatic. He just dunked on him. He was like, look, I'm not doing anything special. I'm just going to turn around and just stab you. Are you ready for it? The answer was no, and Decree lives to fight another day to hopefully avoid a 2-0 deficit. As we've seen, nobody's come back from a 2-0 deficit or 1-0 deficit all day long. And instead of trying to play statistics, let's just try to even things out and give ourselves a better opportunity at winning. Oh, no.
OCE comes out, but he was already stepping right there. He's going to be able to get the punish on this one. Nice block there on the mid, but he's got to continue to be able to weather this storm. Okay, mix-up potential. Ah, there it is. 2-2 in rounds right now. A bar for Crack, thanks to the fact that this is his possibly losing round, but they both have a bar to work with at the ledge here. This is scary.
Oh, yeah, decide step away, and there's an opportunity here for Decree. He does not want to let Crack breathe. Crack is trying so hard to escape the corner that he's leaving himself open up to further mix-ups. The Decree taking advantage. Beautiful stuff here. Big-time trouble, though. There's the wall. Enough to save him in that sequence.
That might kill.
Rolling out and getting the distance. Oh, yeah, no, I think this will definitely kill. I believe.
Nope. Maybe the last hit. Okay, I always forget. I always forget they add the damage to the ending hit.
Yeah, you gotta respect the drop, baby. You gotta respect the drop. Tied it up at 1 game apiece. All right, we have a set. We have a set. You gotta love it.
Yeah, and I mean,
so
this entire time.
Welcome to the stage.
This entire time, it's 3 out of 5. It's 3 out of 5. We gotta remember that too. So like. There was in my mind, I was like, oh no, Decree's fighting for his life right now, you know, because I was thinking that like was close to the end, and then I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, it was just perfect spacing, man. He knew that he was trying to just bomb on him while the Soul Charge was active, and to see the roll, knowing he was just out of range for the follow-up attack, just instant CE, it's just great. Just the wherewithal. There's so much that goes into, you know, that small decision and gameplay factor. But to be ready for it at all times with the health that you are at, down the rounds, it was just clean gameplay, and you love to see it. You might not understand how deep that actually is, but these players do. A bunch of the competitive watchers do, and it's just beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so going into the next game right now, unfortunately, we got the dot caliber, as we so lovingly put it, and it's just this is just what happens when we're in the middle of a quarantine and we're doing all online tournaments. Unfortunately, we can't do the offline stuff, so things happen. It's unfortunate, but we'll get you guys that information you need as soon as it comes in. But KP, this is a close one because you know it's got my heart pounding due to the fact that I picked Decree to win the whole thing, and and it's looking a little scary. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I mean, it's easier to, you know, sit up front and watch from the booth, right? These high pressure situations, you got to think about it now. Even after all of that Decree just went through, it's only 1-1. This set is gonna break the ice, and then somebody else is just gonna, their heart's gonna beat exponentially, as this is a play-in game for the money. You know, you make the semifinals, you walk away with at least $100 for signing up for free. So it's just, there's so much on the line here. Again, first place 400, second place 300, third place 200, and fourth place 1. Every single match is a $100 money match or better. It's wonderful. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, $100 money match that these fine people have been getting due to the fact that they're just sitting at their own home. They're just joining us here at the PS4 Tournament's Open Series, but, you know, just in the comfort of their pajamas or anything else they may or may not be wearing, you know, and you guys can do the same. You guys can do that at compete.playstation.com, or you can go into the game and you can do it right there from the dashboard to be able to join one of these tournaments. They are weekly, they are monthly. The monthly ones are the big payouts, but, you know, the weekly ones do give prizes as well. Of course, you guys are watching one of the monthly ones. If you haven't checked one of these out before, they have events for things like Mortal Kombat, Call of Duty, FIFA. Recently, we're starting to show off the Soulcalibur stuff, but it's been happening. And then BB Tag was the other day. We just got word from the mothership, by the way. It's 1-1 in rounds right now. So
yeah,
just throwing that out there.
so it's scary. We have to just feel it from the other side, right? How do you want to take this? Do you have a prediction?
Well, I did before the match started, but then I saw Decree having to deal with the maxi pressure, and now I'm just confused. I'm scared. I want to continue picking Decree, and even after that previous match where it looked like he started to adapt, I will be sticking to my guns. I do have a prediction on Decree for this one, but if it's not going to be close, I'm pretty surprised.
Beautiful. Yeah, I'm there too. It's been really rough again all day long. The consistent thing, regardless of who's on the screen, champion, challenger, it doesn't matter. We saw Swift 3-0s, 2-0s, just all day, right? A 1-1 set is so beyond the norm today that it's just exciting that we've got to this point where there's like an icebreaker match in the set. So as we continue to wait for the updates coming in, just hold on. In the meantime, you viewer, hit compete.playstation.com to give yourself a chance to earn some of this money. Again, it's free, or you can get it directly from your PlayStation dashboard. You know, check out Soulcalibur 6 there as well. A bunch of finals coming up. The continuation of different seasons going into September. It's a wonderful show. So it's going to be a good run. So just bear with us. We'll be in there shortly, and we will have the update as soon as it's complete.
Yeah, well, I mean, at least the matches have been incredibly strong throughout so far. Like even the ones before this, you know, we get to see the prowess of. We get to see some prowess of like Mind Wolf and, you know, Ryan V100. Revan is me, who is again your pick for the whole tournament, right? So
correct. It's crazy. I mean, we can take a look at some of the highlights from the first matches while we wait to see what's going on with Decree. All right, we chilling. We got the going up top here. This whole sequence. This is just a free ring out, and this is not the one you should keep your eyes on. That's pretty standard, right? But there was an additional ring out, and it should be this montage where if you blinked, you missed it. If you saw Decree take it to a perfect right there. I don't know what that hitbox was, but we definitely take those. All right, eyes on the prize here. Stand in the corner, back throw. A lot of damage, and it should be after this clip. It was so disgusting. Like you gotta keep your eyes on it.
Hey, there's that CE right here. The back turn one, I believe that was what that was, and then the mix-up that comes afterwards. Look at how much damage that did, by the way. He like had nothing left. I mean, he had a ton of health
and
left.
This was the perfect kill right here. There's just so much going on. Wow, all of those highlights are from Taiwan. Okay, so it wasn't there, but there was a ring out that was. I mean, I don't even like. He barely got attacked, and he slipped. Right. All right, beautiful. So update from the voice of God, right? We had a disconnect in the game that we couldn't see. See, it was the powers of PlayStation and Mark Cerny. They were like, no, you have to stream this. The people have to see it. And there was a disconnect. The players have agreed to run it at 1-1. So here we are.